depending on whether women are young or older, educated or uneducated, live in rural or urban areas, they have different life experiences that lead to different priorities and needs. Moreover, not all every woman elected to parliament or another legislative body will place women issues or rights at the forefront of our own agenda. Clearly, women's representation is not only factor, but it is critical factor for the development of inclusive, responsive, and transparent democracies. So why? Let me sum up. Why women in politics? The positive impact of women in politics is undeniable. Even the Kofi Annan, UN representative, noted, study after study has taught us there is no tool for development more effective than the empowerment of women. No other policy is as likely to raise economic productivity or to reduce child and maternal mortality. No other policy is as sure to improve nutrition and promote health, including the prevention of HIV/AIDS. No other policy is as powerful in increasing the chances of education for the next generation without women politicians. Further, as Madeleine Albright has stated, the world is wasting a precious resource in the dramatic underrepresentation of women in leadership positions, often resulting in the exclusion of women's talents and skills in political life. Dear friends, male and female legislators must work together in order to solve the myriad of problems in their countries. In order to meet the worldwide development goals and build strong, sustainable democracies, women must be encouraged, empowered, and supported in becoming strong political and community leaders. Dear all, this much I have to say, and I always welcome and would love that more and more women participate in politics. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Anand Mehta. And we truly appreciate the energy, the power, impact that you have brought in to us today's session. Thank you so much. Your presence really matters to us.
Thank you.
Now we bring on our next speaker, Professor Dr. Marine Mia from South Africa, Global Goodwill Ambassador and CEO, founder of the MEA Company. Welcome, Dr. Marine Mia. Over to you, please.
Thank you very much. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Thank you very much. Thank you to Dr. Raja Rao and Dr. Caroline, and thank you to the hostess. Beautiful as usual, when we love to see you. Today's topic is really, really important, especially in today's world. And to discuss women in politics, I think we need to dissect a little bit. When we talk of politics, if you just mention the word politics, especially to women in specific areas around the globe, in villages or in rural areas here in Africa, it's almost like it's a taboo area that they will not touch on. They will not talk about, because they just need to follow what happens. What does politicians say? What does the government say? And we need to just follow suit. But when we talk about women in politics, we're talking about something completely different. I want to break something down, though. When we talk about politics or governance in any country involves multiple different little departments. Here, for example, we have a department that's dealing with agriculture. We have a department that deals with the justice system. We have the Department of Sports and Recreation. We have the Department of Education. Each of these form little clusters that make up what the governance structure is of an entire country. So us as women in leadership, when we talk of women in politics, you are not necessarily having to be somebody in the actual political party. You need to be somebody who's sitting in an affiliate to that so that your impact is what will resonate to make the difference to the people that will be impacted by your call. So as a woman right now, in a political sphere, it is still almost a taboo given. It is still not something that is completely accepted to have a woman sit across from you in a cabinet or as a minister to be able to take decisions with you. Why? Why is that? Why is it still problematic for many people to sit across and accept the women who are leaders currently in the world? Look around us today. We have women who are sitting as presidents and prime ministers who are making positive, impactful decisions that are making positive differences in people's lives that they rule. So why do we have to actually belittle ourselves to think that we can't do it? We can. Why? Because we are women. And I want to touch on just a few impacts as to why we as women can be effective in politics. The number one thing is don't look too far away. Don't look to having your degree. Don't look to having any other specific thing other than the fact that you are a woman. And you being a woman gives you leadership within yourself already. You are innately a leader. As the woman that you are in the home that you are running, in the family that you take care of, in your day-to-day activities, are you not already taking decisions multiply throughout that day to make sure your family is seen to, things are getting done? Are you not doing this? So can you imagine a woman in a space of politics who has to make sure decisions are taken, whatever needs to happen, but decisions have to get taken so that there is a role that is impacted to people out there where there's a positive change to them? We as women also have this art of listening. We listen to everybody. We take cognizance of what everyone is saying, and yet we still need to make a decision that impacts the people to the best of what we think is best for them. Again, yes, we're talking about politics, but again, look at you as a woman in your home. Are you not right now having to deal with a child from school, cooking something for a meal for somebody, dealing with whatever it is that you are feeling or your emotions as your daughter or as a wife or as a daughter to your parents, etc., etc. There's multiple things that you are doing, multiple things that you are dealing with. You're listening to everybody and everything, but your decision that you will make obviously is for the best and betterment of your entire home and your family. So if you are sitting in a political arena, the same will apply. Yes, you will have multiple advisors, but your innate capability of being the woman that you are and the leadership that you have already within you allows for you to make those roll calls and allows for you to make that decision that is needed to be made. So your decision-making capacity is already within you. Enhance that. Enhance your qualities as the person that you already are, in the woman that you are, and move yourself up so that you can become someone that is able to take those decisions for the betterment of also your community, then of your society, and then, of course, of your nation. It starts with you within yourself, within your structure. And that is why I say we as women are not competing with the men out there. So, brothers, if you are listening, we are not your competition. We are here to collaborate and connect with you and to work with you, because all we're saying is recognize the individualities and the prospects that the women can bring to the table, which are positive. Positive in the sense of empathy, positive in the sense of the maternal instinct. These are things that lots of people feel are negative traits of a woman in the political sphere or in the boardroom. And I'm here to tell you that that's not the case. The fact that we are empathetic, the fact that we are feeling for people allows for us to allow for creative productivity. We allow then to be able to understand better. We allow then to be able to make better decisions because we are not looking at it from just one theoretical point of view. We are looking at it with the empathy, with the understanding. When we are women in leadership roles, and I am one, so I'm speaking from my own experience, I know that my organogram, for example, in my company is not the one where I sit at the top and I have people below me. I don't agree with that. It does not work. My organogram is the straightforward one. It's where I work together with my people across from me and we all work together as one. If women are in politics and this is the sphere, we know that together we will definitely blend in and we will work together to make positive differences for our governance, for our people, for our structures that will impact our people more positively. Our children, even our men, we will give them roles. We will give people allocated duties and responsibilities where they will obviously have to answer yes, but we know that this is their innate quality, so we give it to them because we as leaders recognize this. This is what we do. We're multitasking perfection. So imagine if you are sitting in a political sphere versus you being in your multitasking on a daily basis. Put yourself in the midst of a boardroom or corporate facility or even governance and politics. Multitasking is something naturally that comes to you as a woman. So why do you as a woman need to stop yourself from being the leader that you can be? There's no need to. Multiple global platforms. As a woman who's sitting on multiple global boards, I know from firsthand experience how I have met with the disrespect of me sitting at a boardroom with fellow male counterparts. And one may ask me, so what did you do? All I do is I respect the disrespect that I was given, because I'm not here to prove myself to one specific individual. I know my purpose. My purpose is here for the end result to be the best for the betterment of majority. And that specific person will then, after seeing the difference, learn that this leader is not here as your competition or threat. I am here to make sure an end result is obtained. And I'm here to respect whatever your disagreements are. I agree to disagree with you. I respect the fact that you might disrespect my gender, but I'm here to do a specific task. And that's how I get by. So at the end of the day, we all need to understand that we as women right now, yes, we're still seeing women being belittled. We're still seeing women being afraid to stand and talk up. Why? You are given this innate natural ability to be able to do it. You should be able to. It is your human right to be able to do that. And human rights and women's rights are one. Remember, as a woman right now, you already are a leader. As a woman right now, you are Am I still audible? Sorry. Sorry. So just to conclude that, yes, I was saying that audible. We need to just remember that as women, we are able to be the humane part of the political world. And that is what is kind of lacking a little bit everywhere. I know many people have come up to me saying, don't you want to stand for being a politician? Don't you want to get into the political sphere? The only reason I have said no to date, because I am yet to find politics and humanitarianism work together. We need to be able to gel the both, because that is when benefit of mankind comes in. So women in politics is necessary. Women in governance structures is necessary. Women as leaders in your communities is necessary. So if you cannot get into the political sphere right now as a woman, if you cannot get into the governance structure as a woman, start by leading within your sphere. Start by leading within your community. Learn then to lead into your society. Then learn into how to lead within your nation. And that is how we as women will be able to lead and get into the political sphere that will make for best of women in politics, that will make the best of humanity. Here again, Dr. Raja Rao, thank you so much for everybody on that forum.
Thank you so much, Professor Dr. Marine Mia. I guess I had issues. Bandwidth is a bit low, but I hope I'm able to make it. Thank you so much for your valuable insights. I'm not able to hear Dr. Rajarao. Are you saying something? So we have heard from all our eminent speakers, and we truly value their views and the impact they have brought to our today's session. So now, may I now again invite Dr. Caroline Ma'am for her final words and a vote of thanks, please.
Thank you very much for the opportunity, sir. But I'm sorry, I don't know whether I'm going to. It's want to make it, because as I speak to you now, I'm following the conference, being the bus traveling. I don't know whether it will be possible, but I'm keenly following. Thank you very much. Hello?
Anybody from the audience who would want to share their views?
Okay, thank you so much. It's very grateful to be here in the platforms. I'm very inspired of your topics and, of course, the speakers here in these platforms. No? All right, I'm very assured that women's political participation is a fundamental prerequisites for gender equality, because today's month is International Women's celebration. So we have to be empowered all women's in this country and the world. And of course, a genuine democracy. And also we have to facilitations of women's direct engagement in public decision and making and moving in the means of ensuring accountability of women's in all different areas. Example, in our work, in our profession, and of course in bearing all the learners in the school. So we have to be transformed, inspired, and empowered all the women in the world. Thank you so much. I'm Ambassador Lilibet Gregorio from the Philippines.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Anybody else who would want to share their views?
Yes, Deepa, ma'am, thank you.
Yes, sir, welcome.
Dr. Raja Rao, sir. Thank you giving this opportunity. Dimension of women in politics has emerged in recent years and over the world. Women now an integral part of politics. Women participation in politics has led to that fundamental requirement for gender equality and genuine democracy to be made possible. Sama Indira Gandhi Benazir Bhutto Srimavo Bandaranaike, the first democratically elected female prime minister in the world. Prime Minister Bandaranaike, her daughter Chandrika Kumaratunga, the first and only female president of Sri Lanka. The first woman ever to be elected as a head of state in a national election of all notable figures to whom up and coming leading women can look up to. They all have served their countries remarkable and made their nation and mankind in general proud. Women had involved in decision making during the time of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and record so that women had contributed to the election of the third Caliph after assassination of the second Caliph. This shows that Islam is supportive of women being involved in politics. The reason why it is important to include women in politics is that it brings a woman touch into political decision making. It is argued that women have a different perspective to men in the political debates, and that women bring on board their experience in the role as a caretaker for children and family into politics. There is an emphasis on the complementary of the roles between men and women. The underlying reasoning behind women's inclusion into the public sphere and particular decision making is that because of their biological makeup represent different values and interested into the man, and to create balance in the political decision making, then the perspective of women are needed equal to that of men. Women are better in mercy and justice. Men do not consider the issues in the same way. Men do not consider the weak, the children, and the disabled. Women are the most skilled to help and represent these groups. However, of the 195 nations of the world, only about 70 nations have a female head of government or state. But even if it is the participation of the woman in the politics has surged higher, and women are slowly making a name of themselves in the world of politics. As voters and concerned citizen and human, it is a duty of upon each of us to give and include women in politics and for a path to genuine democracy. Thank you giving this platform. Hajar Rao sir, over to you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable views. And now may I hand over to Dr. Rajarao, sir, and Caroline, ma'am, for a vote of thanks, please.
Yeah, very good. I really appreciate Sujata Singhi ma'am and Mehrin ma'am, Anar Mehta ma'am, and Dr. Bose for giving us excellent information on women in politics. Really, it's a great, and also appreciate the speakers who spoke just now. And I always appreciate Deepa Chowdhury. Again, really so excited and feeling jubilant to see Deepa Chowdhury once again on this platform. A warm welcome to you, Deepa, dear. Thank you very much for being here and making this program a beautiful and more attractive. Thank you. Okay, as the speaker said, really, women can do wonders. But if we observe,
thank you, ma'am.
Especially India, in these 75 years, we have noticed there is only 10% growth of women in politics. The major problem is not that, as the previous speaker said, that women believe in themselves. I really appreciate the insights you have given us, ma'am. We believe in ourselves because we take care of the family. We run the family smoothly, more efficiently and effectively. If women fall in sick and every woman know about the situation in the house, total house will be shattered. They cannot do themselves. They're more dependent on us. So they do know, but only thing is our country, especially India, is patriotic country, and majority of the countries in the world are patriotic in nature. So women ratio is very less. We have cited few examples of women who are ruling the country in a great way, and we have seen few women who rule the country in a very effectively and efficiently. But how many members are ruling? How many members are taking the things efficiently? Because there is disparity, gender inequality. This has to be erased. And especially education system in India and other countries, they're very much backward. The literacy rate is not high. There is an equation that education and general knowledge in politics, that is education in politics, should be balanced. Having good education, having the standards will not help them. But women know how to deal the things. If women number is raised in the politics, the policies will be placed efficiently and effectively, and more number of women will be benefited. So there it is lacking. At least now, the women who are well educated have to take part in politics and run the parliament and make the decisions, because we are decision-making women. We know how to make the decision. But in the family, though the head of the family know his wife can do wonders in the house, but still he take the advice of the woman, but he try to implement his knowledge. He want to suppress the woman. In most of the families, this takes place. Every woman know in one area or other, we will be suppressed. So the same thing is carrying on even in the politics. Women need to raise their voice and fight for our right And we have to participate in the politics and make good decisions, good policies, which help the woman, underprivileged, and the girl to be uplifted and support the society. If women are in the politics, their number is raised, definitely every nation will be more beautiful. And we women make the entire world with great peace because we are peace loving people. We love peace, we love harmony, we would like to have a good understanding, and we are compassionate, humanitarian, so many traits, so many characters. So our attitude is different compared to men. So we can do wonders, we can frame good policies, and it can be implemented perfectly, and it will be reached even to the corner of the nation, and the woman who is illiterate will be benefited. So we can do wonders. So let us raise and bring awareness in the minds of the women who are interested in politics. We encourage them to join the politics. As earlier the speaker said, politics means filthy. Politics means no cleanliness. But we know how to clean the cobwebs. Women can clean the entire house. So we can clean the filthy nature of the politics and make it a transparency politics, and everyone will be benefited with the act, with the implement of the policies effectively. So what I feel, women percentage has to be increased in politics. So then only that the nation will be in heights. So thank you very much for taking up, and I appreciate all the eminent speakers given us good insight. Really, I appreciate every speaker who participated here and making this program, especially the Life Foundation's Women Week, to mark the International Women's Day. I feel that not only this week, not only this day, but every day women have to strive hard and make women lives more better. Let us live happily and make our gender to have a great equality in all areas. Thank you very much.